Yeah.
So it's like practice.
It's just for the camera guy to practice over.
Steve, also take that next break away. It's going to be 3.5 levels from now. I'm not going to touch it anymore. Tell me when you're ready.
We're ready. Oh, I'm sorry. How nice you get to sit next to the midget.
Wow.
Wow, that's live. That's going to be on. That's going to be on
Wow. Way
TV.
to start the
Just
TV.
have my phone, get it out of my bag, and have it next
There's
to me,
always
please.
one, right?
All right, Buds and C2, 2,000 ante, 6,000, 12,000 lines. Vicky, go ahead and shuffle up and in.
All right, mic check, mic check. Mike. Think we're good? Think we're good, Goose? Sometimes our microphones don't work. Fred Devil has a history of breaking microphones, especially in
We should
Sarasota,
start doing
Florida.
this for every tournament.
Yeah.
$100 buy-in. How cool is that?
I'd watch it.
Cash game.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Buds and C2.
We're about to get started with the final table here of the $1,100 America's Poker Tour main event. We had a great week here. We did a full 10-day series at Sarasota Kennel Club and One Eye Jack's Poker Room in beautiful Sarasota, Florida. We come to the final table here with our final 9 out of 246 entries. These are top 9 guys. They're going to be walking away with a minimum of 6,270. In first place, you're going to be walking away with 57,880.
Raise 29,000.
All right, so seat 9, which is Jeff Bright, has raised to 29,000. Jeff comes to the final table with 516,000, about chip average.
Yes.
Action is on.
Call.
Action is on Raymond Jake. Goes by Jake out of seat 4. Came to the table with 528. So similar stacks going to the flop here.
2 players.
We got a flop of Trey for Trey. Steve, Jeff. His real name is Stephen Bright. But he goes by Jeff with a G. So we're gonna call him Jeff. He bets 50K. He's got an overpair.
Call.
And Raymond's gonna float with 2 overcards.
Big pot on the first hand, huh?
Not yet.
A 9 of clubs on the turn gives an overcard to the pocket 8s of Jeff. But he's probably not going to put Raymond on a 9 unless he's flowing with ace 9. If he was good on the flop, he's probably good now. Goes check, check. Playing small ball, conservative. 7 of diamonds on the river. And it's going to go check. Actually,
Bet
Jeff bets out.
86,000.
Jeff bets out 86,000. Good value bet. And
You can make big
Raymond's gonna
folds
lay
now
down.
because you can see it on TV.
Raymond Jake. He goes by Jake. I have to call him Jake.
That's good.
All right, so final table rundown. In seat 1, we have Tony
Yeah.
March.
I can't say it. You'll be
He's
able to
actually
find
at
out 30 minutes, so-
our final table last year.
Maybe we should just say what
It's
we
actually a valid
Uh,
excuse. That's the
show
worst
one
part
card?
about it.
And Tony also owns a
Show one card over here.
or does a
No, I mean,
charity,
might as
Pay
well
It
tell 'em.
Backwards. So check that out. Check it on Twitter. He's giving a good percentage of his winnings today to that charity.
Very interesting.
Very nice guy. It was great to see him again at the final table. So that's Tony March in seat 1 with 778,000. Seth Templeton, who also made the final table last year when we were here.
Do they have to be like
which was
separated the
ultimately
whole
won by
time?
John Racer out of Tampa.
Or can I, once I do
Seth
that?
Templeton comes to the table as chip leader with
I think the cards can be on top of each other,
1,043,000.
can't they?
We got Mike Turton in seat 3 with 286,000. Raymond Jake goes by Jake. Seat 4, 528,000.
Check and see if we got
Randy
better.
Spain in seat 5, 219,000. Matt Buckshot, Seat 6, 946,000. Steve Allen, who literally cashed every single event last year and made a deep run in the main as well, and actually won 2 of the side events. Comes to the table as the short stack with 151,000.
25,000.
Seat 8 is Carlos. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Carlos Loving, seat 8 for 453,000. And seat 9, as I just said, Jeff Bright. Jerome Steven, but he goes by Jeff. 516,000. So that was an uneventful hand. Michael picks it up in seat 3 with a 7 on the button.
Showing you my cards, you let me know.
Okay. Yep.
As mentioned before, these players are playing for 58,000 up top. So players are a little quiet right now. Usually that happens when you get the cameras and the lights on them, but they will probably start chatting here pretty soon. So if I know Carlos, well, he will definitely have some drinks and hang out and talk, and we're hoping to get some of these guys back here to do some
Randy, did they have
commentary
this
with
when you
myself.
made the
My name
WSOP
is
final table?
Derek Melliker.
It was different than
I'm
this
the
one.
president of America's Poker Tour. Our host, Fred Bevel, couldn't be with us this trip. He is on a cruise ship doing stand-up comedy, probably talking about Saved by the Bell and all that fun jazz.
25,000.
Black ice in North Dakota. This is one of his favorite jokes. We miss Fred, but we'll see him again soon.
Oh,
There was a raise of 25,000 and Raymond Jake has
3
called,
players.
and Matthew Buckshaw has also called it 25,000. Not sure who made that bet of 25,000, but there is a bet out there. Who else has cards?
check.
I think it might have been Seth. 2 or 1, 2 or 3. It was Seth.
Bet.
So Seth was the pre-flop raiser to 25,000.
Oh,
Showing the bluff.
Who's your spotter?
You didn't see his
You-
cards, did you?
King Jack.
No, I didn't see
Look
it.
at that.
Jeff led out on that one in seat 9 and took down the pot. Didn't quite see the action, but we'll move on to the next one. Jeff won that pot. We're good to
A
go.
monster, but I laid it down. You see it on TV.
Aces.
I'm sitting here with the most valuable employee, as I like to say, in poker industry, Chris Ragoose, also known as Goose. He's handling all the directing and producing today. Got a great crew as well with him. So big thanks to those guys. It's been a long week. But back to the action here. Seth actually gave up King 10 suited there without hesitation. Good thing he did. Raymond Jake has King Jack, and he gives it up. Players are playing tight. Or maybe I'm just a bad poker player and I play way too many hands. That's a possibility too.
raise to 28,000.
So Randy, from the button, raises 20,000. That's the power of position. He makes the button move, raises to 20,000, picks up the blinds and antes. We haven't talked about blinds and antes yet. Blinds are 6,000, 12,000 with a 2K ante.
Funny how it's on the table. I don't feel mine anything.
What's that?
It's other tournament. I see mine everything.
As mentioned before, Seth Templeton came to this final table as a chip leader with over 1 million in chips. Next closest was Matt Buckshaw in seat 6 with 946,000. Had a lot of time
Why
to
is it
play with
showing
Seth
what we have
this
on the
week. He's a
TV?
great tournament player, great cash game player as well. Just a nice guy. And for him as well, we have a lot of people on Twitter. Tony March is on Twitter. We got Carlos for sure.
25,000.
So check out our Twitter feed. It's America's Poker TV. That's our Twitter handle. A lot of fun videos as well on our YouTube page. So Michael's going to raise it. Raise 10 offsuit and takes down the blinds.
You guys just want to chop now?
Winner takes off. Get your 1,000 back.
Yep.
Hey, you're in for a satellite, right?
Yeah.
Vic, will you slide that button for us?
Yes,
All the kids go for it. Good experience too.
for sure.
And I'm, what am I, third?
You know, you should know the feeling.
Because I play for the foundation,
It's ringing your thing.
I have to chop.
I say we chop and then play for the champion.
Raise to 30,000.
So Tony March out of C1 raises to 30,000. Seth, we don't know his whole cards just yet. So this is a mystery hand. This is gonna be fun. What does
Good
Seth
thing you're
have?
folding.
He makes the call for 30. Folds around to Randy.
No one's got a card protector.
You got that one. Yeah.
All in.
Or not.
Randy
Players
says
all
all
in.
in, I believe. Randy pushes all in with pocket nines.
225,000.
Folds around, gets back to Tony, the original raiser, who was under the gun. I'm sure he's going to fold, and then we'll have to figure out what Seth has here.
$225,000 more.
225,000 total.
No,
One-
it doesn't. No,
I think
it's won
Seth's
that.
got a decent
You got
hand.
the 30
It's
out
got to be a
there.
drawing
So
hand.
it's
Ace queen.
195.
Maybe I don't know if he's thinking about it. Would probably be a flip here. He might have tens, but he could have eights or sevens as well. I doubt he's gonna smooth call the 30K raise with jacks, queens, or kings. And we were snap called already with kings or aces. But Seth's got a decision to make.
Fold.
Nice hand, Randy.
Nuts, and we're not gonna know that hand.
Button's right, baby.
That's okay.
You
Randy
promised me a double up.
scoops down a
so
pot of
trying to get it.
94,000. That was Steve in the background there. Steve, great throw of that button.
Make sure the camera can see him. At kings.
Call you bluff.
Seth just claimed he folded pocket kings there. I highly doubt it. Okay, so we got the next hand going here. Small blinds are going to be Jeff and Tony. Seth folds, Mike folds, Raymond, Jake. I'm just gonna say Jake. We all know C4 is
You had
Jake.
surgery on your hand there?
His name on the screen does not say it.
Just got.
Folds around to Jeff.
Raise
Here's the drink.
28,000.
He's in the small blind.
guy
He
was,
makes it 28,000.
He had like these lines on his legs. It looked like a big scar. 3. And I said, "What, did you get attacked by a tiger?" He said,
He is
he said, "No,
considering
they're
this
stretch
call.
marks." I said, "Oh."
9-6, and he lets it go.
I was like, "Oh, I'm embarrassed." I asked him that. I just got out the face on that one.
Jeff Bright, he said he goes by Jeff Not So Bright. Wins that pot.
6 and 12. Line, please.
That is our tournament director, also the poker manager here, Ryan Carter.
Square.
Kind of
Asking
square,
the
yeah.
players to make sure they show their cards for us.
Do we have to separate them?
No, they don't have to be separated.
Just
You
have
want
to
to
be-
rest your cards and protect them in that box. It'll help create
I thought I had my.
Big thanks to
my hand in my
Ryan
butt
for
in the
getting us
box.
back out here. We were supposed to be back here last winter, over the fall and winter,
We need to keep them there.
November,
or,
December time frame, but Florida had a good old hurricane that came through and kind of messed up some of the rooms, and we were unable to come back. So we hadn't been back in a year. It was great to see Ryan. Great staff. They ran a great event, and hopefully we'll be invited back. Hopefully this winter. All right, we're gonna fold around to Steve Allen. He folds 9-7 of clubs. Again, a hand I would love to play. I don't really play many tournaments though. I don't have the patience. I get up and walk around. The OCD kicks in. Tony in the small blind, smooth calls with Queen Jack suited, and King. And Seth has a pretty solid hand too in the big blind with King 10 offsuit.
Raise. 30,000 to call.
Looks like Seth is going to raise it up. He makes it a total of 30,000. And Tony's gonna call for 30. So he called the 18 for a total of 30.
2 players. Check.
And that is our dealer, Vicky. Doing a great job. We'll have a rotation of 3 dealers this event. And the flop is 5 tray. Check really fast. There are 4 diamonds on the turn. Doesn't help anybody. And on the rivers, the jack spikes Tony, and he's going to end up winning this pot. And see if he can get any value. I doubt. Seth is going to.
Bet 60,000.
Tony makes it 60,000, just under the size of the pot. So the flop was tray 5. I know we have a jack out there on the flop, but it was tray 5. Then it was a 4 of diamonds.
Call.
And then the jack of clubs hits the river, and Seth makes the call with king high.
Jackson trade.
And he's going to see that he had it the entire time except for the flop, or except for the river. And Tony's going to take down some value there. We apologize, the graphics got a little bit messed up there, but that happens sometimes. And we're going to move on to the next hand.
It's a sticker you got on there.
Yeah, they have them right there on the table.
Needed that money. Needed that money.
I believe Michael Turton is going to be under the gun here. The button, I believe Jeff is the button. Nope, the button is on seat 1, Tony. So we got Seth, small blind, Mike, big blind, and Jake is going to be under the gun.
12,000.
And the reason I'm saying that is I'm also trying to help our crew back here communicate. Sometimes I can see it a little bit better on my screen here. But it folds around to the small blind.
Some
And Seth
combination of
looks down at
9-3,
7-6.
9-4.
He looks down at
Maybe
What was that first time you
9-9
said?
next.
We haven't gotten this. We haven't gotten the set there. Yep, there we go. Looks on a king 10 close.
9-3.
Oh,
Raise to 30,000.
Suited dog. Suited.
Michael's gonna lay down the queen deuce offsuit. So that's gonna take down the pot. Seth's going to be on the button here. Mike and Jake in the blind. Randy is going to be first to act. Lays it down. Steve Allen has the ace-7 offsuit. That elects not to play. Carlos has very nice hand. Big slick.
Raise.
Ace-king offsuit.
To 25,000.
Carlos makes it 25,000.
Ford, Carlos?
Very,
Sorry, what?
very
Close to four?
short. Or small
Yeah, I started
bet
with
the blinds
453 and I
being
haven't played in.
612.
Okay.
So just a min raise. Seth has ace-10 suited on the button. So he's gonna have position on Carlos, but he's dominated at this point.
25.
25,000 total.
All right, last hand, this level.
That is
Call.
Jake right there. So Seth is going to call with ace-10.
Now you guys heads up.
And the blinds fold. And we are going to see a flop here. Alright, we got a flop of 7-5-4. 2 spades. Carlos does have the ace of spades. But that's a pretty dry board for everybody.
40,000.
Carlos, ba 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 ba
Bet
ba.
40,000.
Loving it.
Fold.
There's a continuation bet of 40,000 and Seth
16,
gives it up.
2080.
Blinds just went up. We have 8,000, 16,000 with a 2K ante, I believe. So there's Steve and Carlos right there. Two great guys, great tournament players. Carlos actually has some championships from our days at Heartland Poker Tour. I know
16.
the guys at Heartland Poker Tour are doing their event at, I believe,
Even 6,000. Not calling there.
Meadows Casino. I should know this. But they're doing an event this week, and best of
Raise
luck to them.
41,000.
Still great friends with most of those guys. Yep, I said most. Jeff's gonna raise it up here. He's got Jack 8 of diamonds, makes it 48,000. Seth looks down at the King 8 suited. Can't really see what Seth has done yet. He's still on it. Okay, I thought he'd given it up already, but he still has his cards.
Re-raise.
And it looks like a re-raise.
110,000.
He's either sensing some weakness from Jeff, or just using his position here. So blinds fold, and it's back to Jeff. There's not Jeff, obviously. Oh, there he is. I see him over there. We just don't have a good camera angle on him. It's on the right side. There it is. C9 lays it down, and Seth is going to take that down that pot. Very good play by Seth there, using his position and chip stack. Or maybe he just knew that he had the best hand. Looks like Jake is a Virginia Tech fan. My family in Virginia, shout out to them. Steve is under the gun, lays it down. Over to Carlos. Carlos has ace jack of diamonds.
35.
Starting hand. He's early in position though.
35,000.
He's gonna raise it up. Makes it 35,000. He looks so cool. He's got the cool hair. He's got the cool sunglasses. Goes around to Matt, I believe, in the big blind.
Well,
He's defending with 8-7 offsuit.
that's
There's really not that much of a dog here. It's 62-38. 62%, 38% is what I meant by that. Flop of queen, queen, 9. 2 spades. Neither player has a spade. Pretty dry board, but Carlos elects to check back. A 4 of spades on the turn.
bet. 40,000. Fold.
All right, Carlos bets out for 40,000 after a check from Matt, and Matt folds, and Carlos is going to take down that pot. Again, players are playing for a good chunk of money. There was 246 entries in this event. We started on Thursday with Flight A. Played Thursday flight, Friday flight, Saturday flight. Day 2 players, 50 of them came back today. The money bubble was at 27 with a minimum. Players going home with a minimum of 26.50. And we are down to the final 9. With 9th place getting 6,270, and first place taking home close to $58,000. So these guys are all shooting for the top prize.
Raise.
I like
It's a
how
pretty
quiet it is in
pretty
here.
big,
Just playing poker and like
wagers
so serious,
coming up
right?
here as well. So Jeff looks down. He's got. He was early position. He's got ace king suited. Very good hand. Tony in seat 1. Looks down, he's got king jack offsuit, very playable hand. He's facing a raise to 44,000 from Jeff.
Call.
Call.
Tony makes the call from seat 1.
Fold.
Seth and Mike give it up. Jake gives it up. Randy and Matt give it up. It's over to Steve in the big blind, and he's going to fold as well. We're going to go see a flop.
2 players.
A flop of 8-5 tray.
Check. Check.
Just check, check. We have a 4 of hearts on the turn. Doesn't improve anybody's hand.
Bet. 55,000.
Tony's going to make the bet. Or actually, Jeff makes a bet of 55K.
Call.
And Tony is going to... 5 of diamonds on the river.
Check. Check. Ace king.
That's it.
Goes check, check, and the ace king is going to take this one down. My blinds are 16,000 or 8,000, 16,000 with a 2K ante.
Good luck, all in.
Cheers, buddy.
We are still 9-handed here at the final table.
16,000
Steve and Carlos are going to be in the blinds here. Folds around to Seth, I believe. Seth folds. Michael folds. Jake folds. Randy folds. It's on Matt. On the button. Looks down at ace 6 offsuit.
Raise to 40,000.
And he's going to raise it up to 40,000.
Pot on
And the blinds don't have anything, so they give it up.
Probably would have gave it to you too.
Oh, I pushed it.
That's 7-3.
King 5.
No, I'm gonna see this, right? we have no reason.
You can take this, Steve.
We got to this final
Look at
table
that, he's so
relatively
generous.
fast, so chip stacks are
Did you mean that, Jeff?
I do mean it.
the average chip. The average chip stack is relatively high compared to the blinds, so we're going to see a lot of play here at the beginning before players start to drop off.
Raise to 36,000.
Jake from seat 4 is it up. He said a total of 36,000. So we fold around to Carlos in the small blind. Carlos has queen 8 of diamonds, gives it up.
He was lying.
And Jeff folds as well. Jake's going to take that one down. Let's go to Twitter.
Fun
Let's go
drink,
to
big.
Twitter to see what people are
I know
saying.
you got the phone. That's
I got you.
This guy.
Dealer friendly.
Again, our Twitter is America's Poker TV. Check us out. If you have any comments, questions, things you want to say, any shout outs you want me to give on the live stream here, feel free to tweet me.
16,000.
A lot of people are saying where is the live stream, but I believe we had just started at that point. And as we mentioned before, it is on a 30-minute delay to protect the integrity of the cards. Matthew's going to raise it up. Got ace-6 offsuit, raised to 40,000.
Good sign.
Yeah, 1K at a time.
And it folds around, and Mike is going to take that down.
That looks like a big hand.
So Matthew, Matt
That one's
is going
yours,
to take
right?
that
Same
down.
hand I had. Two pots I won, same hand.
Tens?
And then I put the wrong one.
I don't think Sims is your best hand
All
so
right.
far.
Pretty good one. Thank you.
Still 6-hand or still 9-hand
at
here
this
at
table.
the final
Oh,
table
okay.
at Sarasota's One-Eyed Jack's Poker Room.
7-8 suited.
We actually have another event going on right now as well. We have a $330 deep stack that was at 2 p.m. today.
No, I think I
A
put
lot of the players that made
I
day
put a 5
two
instead of a 1.
and ended up busting before the money, or even in the money, jumped over into that
Did you just
event.
throw one out there?
I believe that's
This
going
was
on right
even.
now. I'll have to check
can
in
check
on
the
them,
cameras.
see how they're doing at some point.
These were even hundreds, so I might have dropped it. Didn't know it.
But yeah, we had a
Because I
full
thought I
10-day
put out
series
one.
here. We had an opening
I went like
weekend
this.
No, I
deep
put
stack.
2 out. I'm sorry. She gave me
They had about a $40,000 prize pool for a
And you
$200
used that for your
buy-in.
last wine. You put out
Yeah.
for that last wine.
So we're good.
We did a 6-max event, a seniors
Raise.
event, and a PLO
forgot
event,
that.
all
Yeah.
garnering over 100 players.
46,000 to
We
go.
also had some big-name pros make the trip to play in our main event. Michael the Grinder Mizraki came in from Florida, or came in from Miami. Big thanks to him. He's a great guy. Didn't really make a chip stack. He had some bad beats, but we hope to see him again.
Raise.
John Racer, our defending
Announced
champion
race.
actually from last year, who
We
took down
raised.
68,000, I believe.
46 right there.
Yeah.
Came in and fired a few bullets,
We raised to 146,000.
but was unable to cash as well. So it looks like we have a early position raise from Jake with pocket fives, and Carlos is going to re-raise here with his pocket kings to 146,000.
I'm an engineer too.
Are you an engineer?
Yeah.
The pocket fives shrink up a little bit when they're
those pocket
faced
sixes
with the 3-bets.
No, I went 3-bet 6s.
And Jake's going to give it up. Gives him a little smirk.
4s.
Yeah, I was gonna say lower.
Jake, are you an engineer? No?
Are you engineer, Carlos?
Yeah, I went to USF, got a computer engineering degree.
Oh, wow. I'm an electrical engineer.
Are you really?
Yeah.
No wonder we get along so well.
Jake just asked
My
if
dad owned an
Carlos is raised
electrical
with pocket
contracting
sixes.
company in Detroit for a lot of years.
I worked with GM for 14 years in Detroit.
And my dad did also. He worked with them.
Not quite pocket sixes, pocket kings though.
Yep.
Still
Actually,
an
Detroit
overpair.
Edison. Detroit Edison.
But we're on to the next hand. The button is at Jake, I believe.
Probably GM.
The
16,000.
button is on Mike. Okay. Well, I'm not sure where the button is. Anyway, pulls
How long
around.
did you go to school for
Carlos
that?
gives it up.
It took me 4 years. It's a 5-year
Jeff
degree, but
looks
in
down,
high
he's got
school I
ace
took
four
college
suited.
courses, so I was able to get it done in 4.
Is that like
Raise.
hardware or software?
It's hardware, but I had to do
42,000.
programming also in
So
college, and I did
46,000.
a lot of it when I was working.
Action is on Tony
Actually, that's mostly what I did was
on the
programming.
button.
Is that what you do now?
No, I
Tony
just
has
like
pocket
poker now.
sixes
Okay.
here.
I have some side stuff, but
Very playable
mostly like
hand.
website design and
Both players start with close to 600,000 in chips.
Call.
Carl, you asked because of this.
yeah. You have the Virginia Tech
Makes
hat
the
on.
call. 46,000. Full. We get a full from set. Mike gives up his ace 10 of clubs.
42.
He's out of position.
Alright, 2 players.
But yeah, gives it up. Now we're on to the flop.
Check. Check.
There we go. Got to the flop. Guess we had a flop of 8-3 queen with 2 clubs, or with 2 hearts.
Bet
Giving
68,000.
Jeff a flush draw, 5 of diamonds on the turn. Also gives him a straight draw with a deuce. Looks like Jeff Jeff leads out with 68,000. Tony with just a pocket sixes is good at the moment. It says call, but Tony has not called yet.
Nice hand.
And Tony's going to give it up.
Prove it.
So Tony folds.
You'll see it in half hour, right?
And I won't go look. Thank you.
Just win the punt.
I got a spotter now.
Oh, you got a spotter over there? Okay. See, the problem is, sometimes the spotters give you wrong information.
Let's go to Twitter here
Why
and
is that
see
your
if we still have some trouble with that live stream.
Yeah, you probably never had
Getting
sex.
some tweets that it's not
So,
running, but we'll see.
Here we go. The
That
beer's
was
working.
35 minutes ago, so I believe that was just waiting for the delay.
Now
We need to have some kind of big hand, aces, kings, something like that.
Come on.
So right now, it's got to be the most boring table of all time.
That's one bad thing about the 30-minute delay is I just asked if anybody wanted to tweet me. Now I
Sure,
have
you
to
got
wait
hand
30
history
minutes
that
for
you're
that
showing
message to
the
get
fans.
out
It's gotta
and
be amazing.
somebody to tweet back. But yeah, if you want to give
All the way.
give us a shout,
Live
you can
stream
tweet
probably
at
pretty boring,
America's
but they're gonna
Poker
make this into an
TV.
episode too, I guess.
Twitter handle.
Yeah.
We have a dealer change. Vicky did a great job. Now we have Maui.
Somebody's got to dive on the table or do
Box.
something crazy.
He's a great kid.
More action going on out the
Let's just all team up on Randy.
I'm gonna shout it here.
Randy's going to
Good luck.
Good luck. What happened to your forehead? There's a nice little scab there.
2,000. 16,000.
You tripped, I'm sure.
With a 2K ante still.
Are you all right?
Reasonably.
You made it to the final table. Can't be that bad. No concussions.
So can you work on like machinery and stuff? Is that part of your?
No, I never got into machinery. Mine was mostly like computer hardware, like electronics,
Looks like the players
like
have
circuit boards and
livened
things
up a
like
little
that.
bit.
What I did mostly was
Settled
background
into the
things.
final table. We're talking a little
We
bit
had
here.
portable test equipment. So that would be mechanical engineering.
Under the gun is going to be Randy. He's got Queen Jack offsuit. And he's going to raise it up.
43,000.
He makes it 43,000 total. Folds around to Jeff.
This is your time. You got a
So
pick
King
on.
10 of diamonds is a very playable hand.
that
Guy likes to lay it down. Folds over to Seth on the button. And Seth gives it up. And Michael lays down in the small blind. And Jake, again with a smile, folds his big blind.
All good.
We were talking about the cards.
No, I own one of these RFID tables, and I
Oh,
have
right.
it.
We're going to do that like live at the bike.
Button is in seat 3,
Yeah, I'm
which is
still
Mike.
working with this.
Jake and
table
Randy in
stuff
the
we're at
blinds, and
dealership.
actually be on Mike. Actually be on Matt.
Sorry.
I paid
Picking the
$5,000.
table second in chips with
I
946,000.
spent more money to get a laptop.
We haven't had
to go
very
with it,
many
the
big
cameras
pots
to
yet,
go
but
with it, the cords to go with it.
that'll change as the blinds continue to
Why
raise.
did you? What was the purpose for buying it?
Well, I was doing poker coaching, and what would happen is when I had my students come to me, they would forget their hand histories. So, like, I figured getting a table.
If you're wondering how you
like,
get
having
America's
people play
Poker
on
Tour
it,
at your
record the
casino,
hand
if you have a
history.
card
That way
room
they don't have
that you
questions.
frequent, you'd like to see us there, just mention America's Poker Tour to your poker room manager. You get a
More
lot
lessons.
of connections and phone calls and contacts that way,
First.
just by word of mouth. So tell them that you saw us, you heard about us,
35,000.
and we'll try to make it happen.
35,000. Raise.
Folds around with Carlos, who raises up to 35,000 with Ace King offsuit. Jake is going to
Hey,
call
Paul.
from the small blind with
Who won
8-6 of
the food game?
diamonds. And Randy lays down
Kansas
his
won?
big blind. And we're going to go to a flop.
Is that good or bad?
That doesn't really matter. It's basketball, pool, small. Probably means I won it.
So the flop of 8, 9, 10, 2 spades.
First time. That's all I know for a year and a half.
And
How much
Jake
is
takes
that,
that flop.
35,000.
And he's going to lead out with 35,000. So
Do you have
let's see
any
where
green
he's at.
chips, Jake?
Carlos makes the call. He's in position. Turn is a 4 of clubs. Doesn't help either player. Jake is still first act. He still has the best hand. Looks like Jake has checked.
Nice.
And it looks like Carlos checked back. And then a 10 on the river. Pairs the board. And check really, really fast. And Jake is going to take that down with a pair of ace.
You gotta be late at 10.
Carlos has to be thinking if he could have taken that pot down with either a raise on the flop or a bet on the turn. Canadian players are playing for money, 58,000 up top.
So for like a dealer that wanted to work
Still
here,
very
they have
deep
to
in
go to
chips.
school before.
Yeah, basically, if you can pass an audition, you'll get a job. So not necessarily go to school. Like you can just get like one-on-one training from a friend that can deal really well, and you can learn all the fundamentals. But there are dealer schools. In fact, there's one in Largo called Elite CDA, Casino Dealer Academy. You pay an upfront fee until you pass an audition. You go there.
So you just have a much better chance of getting a job somewhere, probably. If you
Right.
Carlos is
They've
plugging
had
a
actually there's a lot of
dealer
dealers
school
here that work here
nearby.
because they went there.
And if you get a job dealing and you're not very good, they move you right into management.
Right.
Actually,
That's why
is on
Steve has a
set.
job. Where's he at?
In late position. He looks down at A7 offsuit. He's going to
35,000.
make it 35,000. Jake folds. Randy has pocket tens in the small blind. And makes a very, very fast call.
Heads up.
Randy's been pretty conservative so far, so Seth has to be wondering what Randy has here. And the flop is 9, queen, deuce, 2 hearts. I thought it was all 3 hearts there at first. And Seth has an ace of hearts, but just 2 hearts. Randy's first act, and he's counting out some chips. Looks like 30 or 40,000. 40. Yep. And he leads out 40,000. Seth has position, and he does have that ace of hearts if it were to go hard heart. But he can't like how fast Randy called and how he let out on the flop. Randy could be scared of that queen, but correctly assumes his hand is good at the moment. But Seth is thinking about this. Seth gives it up, and Randy is going to take down that pot.
Guess that's why he flipped queen 3 though. He bets out, and I'm like, how do you do?
lines are 8,000, 16,000, 2K Annie.
Is this gonna be it?
Could be. I missed one. I think I might have missed one earlier.
He was hoping no one noticed.
Yeah, right.
I missed
Call
one
you
ear-
out, bro.
I missed one earlier.
Oh yeah, you would have made it nuts.
Well, no,
Wasn't the hand out?
That's the worst. Yeah.
First time I had a pair of fours and I was in first position. I folded it.
And everybody folded around.
That's what
No,
I
I
had.
become 4-4, 4-3-3.
And I had 8s.
So you might become 7-9.
Yeah, 9-7 actually. So, but I was happy with
The
my
first time,
Steve-
first position.
Holy mackerel,
Steve
that would
wins
be
the
bad.
award for coolest accent at the table.
Good to see that you missed
And
it,
then
man,
there
but
was
if it
maybe
had to
another
be-
one.
It had to be that one. It had to be that one.
Over to this over.
Yeah.
Looks like it folds around to Mike. He lays it down as well. It's back to Randy.
What am I supposed
The
to
producer
look
just
at that?
helped me with the earpiece. Now I can hear the player stock as well. Alright, so looks like we got an all in. Steve pushes all in.
I like you, Steve, but I'm not cheering for you.
Good luck, Steve.
Yeah, good luck, mate.
Matt makes the call.
That's what I'd like to
So we
see.
have Jack 7 for Matt.
I think that's
10-4 for Steve, who's all in. Flop a 5-6 ace. No help.
Gets around penalty, right?
There's a 7, so or there's an 8. So now the
Give me
4s that
7.
would Steve would need a 7 for the straight.
Good luck, guys.
Great playing with you, Steve.
All right, mate, take it easy.
And Steve's gonna be eliminated. Jack High is gonna take that one
Choose a
down.
way to see the cards. You know, I'd have won the hand.
Thank you.
I had a bigger jack than you did. I didn't make a pair either. I would have won the hand.
I wasn't, I wouldn't have raised. You would have.
They want the
Oh,
thing.
yeah, because if I had a raise and you'd
Steve's a great
folded, they would
player.
have seen me.
Sorry to see him go, but he did very well.
I would have raised.
Oh,
Steve is
okay.
gonna walk away with 6,270. So big congrats to him.
I don't know, you're in a tough spot with the whole table behind.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I could raise.
The wholesale?
Oh, yeah. How you doing? All right.
Yeah, it ain't worth going after. Let me know.
Huh?
It's not even worth going after.
Okay. You're going to have to.
Just everything.
Raise. 44,000. Man of my word, you can have this.
Guess we have a single big blind here.
Oh, wait.
Looks like we had a raise from. We had a raise from Jeff. So raise from Jeff. Pulls around to Carlos, who's a single big blind.
Playing a lot of bigger
Carlos
buy-in
folds.
tournaments,
Jeff
or
wins
you
that
play
pot.
mostly cash?
And now we're gonna
I
have a
played a
dead
lot
button.
of tournaments all over. but
Carlos and Jeff in the blinds. First to act will be Tony.
So I play anywhere. I even play like dailies around here.
We had a lot of Tampa poker players also show up to this event. Tampa's only a short hour drive north up here. 45 minutes if you drive.
You go out there every year and
Fast like
play
me.
the.
Yeah, during the summer.
But
I'm there
we
for
had
7 weeks usually.
Danny
How
Lobato,
many events do you
Cash,
play in the 7
Carl
weeks?
Mann, a great tournament player from Hard Rock Tampa.
Very rarely.
Also
Every
cashed
couple
as
days
well.
off. It's a grind.
We had our tour ambassador, Marvin the Duckman Carlins. He has a book coming out in just a couple short weeks. Also, come and fire a couple bullets. I'm not allowed to say how many bullets he fired, but we appreciate him supporting the tour.
There's a YouTube feed, okay? And about
60,000.
Looks like Randy's gonna make it 60,000.
if you watch it.
Falls around to Jeff. He looks down at pocket fives.
I think it's pretty really exciting. Even the knockout was Jack
And
7
and there's
versus
pocket
10
eights.
4, no
Yeah,
pair.
right.
Jake, okay.
The guy just died.
Couple other Tampa players that
Oh yeah.
we appreciate coming down. Anthony Astorita. Always had
I thought you were going to
big
make me
runs,
happy.
Also at Hard Rock. The pocket fives must have folded pre-flop.
And it was a green chip.
Either way, Randy's going to take that one down with his pocket eights. And we're on to the next hand.
Colorblind also.
It's kind of like when you find a
Close, though.
$20 bill in your jeans after you wash them or something a week later.
Just got a text from
Nice little bonus.
I'm a blind.
tour friend Roger Martin. He says the live stream is nice and clear.
Well, it's coming. I just don't want to hit the cards.
We're happy to hear that. Jake in seat 4 calls the big blind.
What's your biggest cash out there?
In Vegas?
Jake has pocket queens.
Yeah.
It's an interesting smooth ball. I think he was hoping for a raise.
In Vegas, that's a good question. I don't really know my biggest cash out there.
Yeah.
Tony has
I
the
might have
option
some
to
deep
get
runs
in
in
checks.
WSOP events. Like I had a 17, the
See flop
24,
here.
24,
Flop is
35th.
king 9-7
You have friends out there you stay
Jake's
with
gonna
when you
lead
go?
out.
Usually we rent a condo.
for 16,000.
We rent a car
Tony
also.
doesn't have much here, but he does have a gut shot straight draw. 6 ball would give him
Just because
a straight.
you're there for so long, you don't want
Jake
to be in
can't
the casino every day.
like that
Right.
king, but it's not terribly scary when Tony did not re-raise pre-flop, or raise, I guess.
Try to stay out of the
the-
casinos, man.
On the turn is a 7. We're going to go check.
Together.
I should probably just stop going to Vegas because I lose every year I
So
go.
Jake.
Seems like,
Oh, it's Tony's first act, so Tony is
yeah.
out with 60,000, and I'm assuming Jake's going to call here.
Good call.
Calls, and Tony's
Trying
going to
to get you
show.
on those quad queens again, man. I never
He
bet him
doesn't have to
until
show,
that
he
wall.
says. Yep.
Good call.
As Jake already turned over his pocket queens.
I'm trying to make it like last year. Last year he got knocked out with quad queens.
You played him the same exact way earlier. You
want
just
to
limped
rub it
in.
I watched that video
It's
yesterday.
like karma, man.
Hold on, some of you guys were at this final table last year?
Yo, Ryan, you drinking my beer? What's going on over here?
Right?
Wow, that's pretty
They both made playing with people last year.
Except you had a pro here last year, right? Raced him?
Yeah. Blind.
Probably happy to see him.
There was one maniac at the table that was
You were there too?
drunk guy. No. I watched it yesterday. It's on.
Pretty good to have two guys the same.
I played with him all day on day 2. He was pretty entertaining.
Who, me?
No, the drunk guy.
What place did
Yeah,
you guys
okay.
come
The last
Him
year.
in ninth.
in? You were ninth and before.
Yeah, he was like shoving and
Well, you're gonna improve.
just throwing. Punting.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Yeah, I think he shoved
He's
like
already
ace-9
there.
to the race.
Oh yeah.
I got to hang
Just
on.
Or his
double
name
checking
was
our live stream here,
King, I
making
think.
sure everything's working properly.
Put a dirty stack too.
Yep.
2 of them.
We got a green down there in the
Green
middle.
file.
Two dirty.
Greens.
Green, I didn't know they were in play. What?
Oh, you didn't know they were in play? They have been for a while.
Yeah, like 8
Tony
of them
points out that Jake had a dirty sack there.
You haven't seen these? He has a bunch of them too.
Goes down to Matt, who has king queen offsuit, makes it 40,000.
He just found 50,000 chips.
It's a good hand. I won 50. I didn't even
Tony
have
folds, I believe.
Found him
So we're on
25. I
Seth
found
now.
you 50.
Who makes the call?
You take over this
With
for me?
ace 4.
I'll go play in the other game.
Ricky!
Ricky's the best.
Right here, open seat. Change of the PLO, then you'll come in. I'll let you play for me if that's the case.
Get a flop of Jack 5-3. Doesn't hit anybody, but Seth does pick up a gutter ball straight draw. Deuce would give him the wheel. And his ace high is good. The turn is a 5 of hearts. Again, doesn't approve anybody. Matt is going to lead out for 45,000. Actually, it was a check from Seth, and then Matt's going to lead out for 45,000. And Seth, who's made a couple light calls already, one with king high when his opponent hit the, I believe, jack on him on the river. But just smooth calls, and I don't know if he was trying to hit that deuce or if he just thought his ace was good. But an 8 of hearts on the river doesn't change things, and to win the pot, Matt's going to have to bet him off. And I think Seth would call a pretty sizable raise here. So Seth checks. We'll see what Matt does here. So he checks back, and Seth shows the ace high. And Matt gives him the Ushka look, saying, "Why'd you call my bet on the turn?"
I'm not saying Seth.
But the blinds are up. We have a 10,000 small blind, 20,000 big blind with a 3,000 ante. The blinds are 10, 20,000 with 3K ante. So this should get the action rolling a little bit more. Bigger percentage of the player stacks.
Yeah, I thought I threw it.
We will play one more level before a break. 40-minute levels here at America's Poker Tour. We like to pride ourselves in having a really good main event structure. Makes for a lot of play. Players seem to enjoy it, and a lot of times the best players will be able to rise to the top with a play that deep. Our opening weekend deep stack, the $200 multi-day event, is also uses the same structure. We just have 30-minute blinds on that event. So check out americaspokertour.com for upcoming future events. We have a lot of announcements to make over the next few weeks.
What's that called?
A lot of events getting finalized in their contracts and paperwork, and we're excited for this year. Just got off a poker cruise this last winter. We partnered up with Car Player Cruises and had our main event on their cruise. It was a great time, great people. We're hoping to do that again.
Re-rates, 150,000.
So we have a little technical issue.
Looks like 125
but it looks
here.
like
It's 150?
Tony.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It looks like Carlos raised, and then I believe Seth made the call. Or no, Tony made the call, and then Seth re-raised here. So Carlos lays it down.
Is that the squeeze play they show on
Tony's
TV?
going to lay it down, and Seth's going to pick up that pot.
What?
Is that the squeeze play I see on TV?
You'll see in a
And it's a 3-bet, actually it's a 4-bet Carlos and Tony. I'm assuming Seth had a very, very strong hand there. I don't think he would even do that with jacks. I say those queens are better. Not even ace king.
I guess I keep throwing out 2. I guess I do keep throwing out 2.
Yeah, it is. You know what we're missing? We need Todd dealing with us.
A little sneak peek into our upcoming events. Again, not quite announced yet. Finalizing the ink on some deals, but Mount Pleasant, Michigan. I should keep an eye out for their local casino. The America's Poker Tour. Coming there for an event. Probably Black Hawk, Colorado. So Jeff is going to, actually Carlos raises with King 10 suited. Jeff is going to make the call, and Seth wakes up on the button. Nope, he must not have had pocket aces because he folded. Sometimes that happens where it registers as pocket aces. Unless Seth's just, he could have folded pocket aces. No. Producer says no.
3 players.
Trying to figure out the action here. Again, so we apologize for the technical difficulties, but hopefully get the whole cards up here pretty soon. Sometimes it's just easier to skip a hand. And Carlos is going to make the. I know he bets. Okay, so we're already on the flop. There we go. All right, so we got the flop of Jack 9-8. Carlos led out, and I believe that was Tony. No, that wouldn't have been Tony. Tony's in seats. Could be Tony. Tony folds, and Carlos wins the pot. That's why you have that hand all messed up. But the one thing we do know is Carlos is scooping chips, and he's got really cool hair. The James Larson of the final table.
Thanks.
He's under the gun. He's going to call the 20,000. Not sure why his cards aren't registering. He does have them on top of the nice little square box we have for the players to let them know where to place their cards. But Jeff makes the call, I believe, with pocket fours. So now it's over to Tony. Raises. Again, Seth has aces and longs. Yeah, Seth does not have aces. I'm assuming the other cards are right. We might run out there real quick and switch decks. So if we go dark for a little bit, I'll be right back. Try to do that as fast as possible. These guys are playing for a lot of money. We try not to delay their play in any way. So Matt's gonna make the call with 60,000. He didn't have his cards, but I think he's up against pocket fours, and there's a 4 in the window. So if that was correct,
I haven't seen you right
I
now.
believe it was Jeff who had the pocket fours.
Thursday? Oh man, it's a bad guy.
I work 6 days a week, but I got a Florence
Big time.
And it's
huh?
not Jeff, it's
What's the name
Tony.
of it?
Tony had the pocket. Tony had the pocket fours.
Fairfax?
Fairfax.
100,000.
Tony's gonna bet out 100,000,
That's what I do right now.
and Matt is gonna give it up.
What are you been doing business-wise?
Very good hand
Yeah,
for
I do
Tony.
poker coaching.
Yeah.
I do some website development.
I think he could have checked there, and if he did have pocket fours in the set, he could have checked there, and
Yeah.
but maybe he thought that the continuation bet would get raised.
I got the connection. for
And we're
that.
doing a dealer change. We got Bo coming in. Big thanks to Maui. Did a great job. Bo has been a dealer here since I started coming here about a year ago.
Missed.
Great guy.
May I have a water?
Great dealer.
Yeah, bottle.
I'll take a bottle of water too when you get a chance.
I'll
Always
take an
represents
Icelandic.
America's Poker Tour wearing the patch.
Does anybody
We
want a shot of
appreciate that.
tequila? It's on me.
We can pour it on
Anybody
you?
wants
Did you want
a
some?
patch, or
Uh,
we also got
Yeah, let's
stickers,
do one.
keychains.
Shot?
yeah.
You want a
If
shot?
you do one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do a shot of Sprite.
Just let us know.
No, I'm not falling for that.
We'll try to get you out one.
I mean, you want to have fun, right?
There's
It's a
Steve
table.
telling some jokes.
I'm having, oh, if everybody
Table.
does
Talking
it,
about
I don't
tequila.
We don't want to get
Uh-oh.
we don't want that.
I wouldn't
always
let
fun.
him.
We've
I wouldn't
seen
let
That's
that
like
at
who
the
wants a shot of
tables
NyQuil.
before,
I don't drink. So.
including last year. We had, trying to remember his name,
Who watched the final table last year?
Kevin
Chipped
Grable,
by
I
a
believe.
couple
Kevin
million.
Grable, who ended up getting third.
Big time.
Yeah.
Did he win?
Who
He was,
continued
winning a bunch of
to have
pots.
some drinks.
So I guess it's not a good idea, huh?
I mean, he was
But
probably
very
entertaining.
respectful.
Though.
He wasn't belligerent. He was, but he did,
Sometimes that's why
did
he went all in.
have a few drinks, and
They let you do this, bro?
it was quite entertaining. At one point, I think there was
Very surprised.
Probably 'cause of the
he had a
haircut.
tough time getting the cards underneath his mountain of chips to put on the RFID readers. But we didn't see him this time. I think he's up in the Boston area.
He's aggressive.
Be the highest up.
Great dude, though. I saw him out in Vegas playing Planet Hollywood. Hopefully we'll see him again at America's Poker Tour. If you're in this, Kevin, shoot me a text, tweet me. We got Steve here in the room. Steve is one of the floors here at Sarasota Kennel Club. One-Eyed Jack's Poker Room. Always does a great job.
Check.
I take that back. He's a shift boss. You don't yell floor here. You yell decision. And they get mad at me when I yell anything. So.
Who's it for?
Thank you.
All right. So again, it says Jeff pocket fours. That's what it said last time. And then I was confused why it was 20. So
I got one.
these are wrong. We're gonna have to change out the deck, I believe.
Wait.
So we'll probably have to reset the system.
Oh, you want to give it to him?
I'm not sure when the next break is, but we might have to do it sooner than that.
Here you go.
Oh,
But we're gonna be able to still
C10.
watch the play. We just won't have the correct hole cards. So bear with
Jeff.
us.
Yeah, this is how you
You got mine?
Oh, you
Mike-
ready for some?
Mike gives
No,
us a
I
little
just get the
cameo.
water. Did you get mine? You just took mine?
Ryan just handed it to me. I don't know.
Thanks, Ryan.
You never got your sandwich.
Matt leads out for
I know.
65,000
I
on,
know.
I believe, the turn.
Thank you.
So everybody's thirsty. It is pretty warm out there. We're
That's
trying to
the
pump in the air. But we have the feature table set up right outside of the poker room,
Be there for the special probabilities.
in kind of the grandstand area. Looks like Matt is going to take that pot down.
Yeah, I went.
Matt came to the
No.
final table
Oh, good.
here with
Thank you for
second
the offer,
chip with
though.
946,000, but he's yet to kind of put anything together. Had a couple
You know my brother?
hands just didn't go right. So it's probably feels good for him to scoop a pot. He needed that one to kind of get back in the groove.
I know.
Again, we're 8-handed.
kind of a big deal.
I'm kinda not Seth, I'm
so
kinda
far,
Potter's
Steve
brother.
Allen.
I'm not going to say anything about it. You might
Best
want to ask him about the last
accent at
one.
the table is now gone. But we're 8-handed. The next place
You're gonna just
I
say
guess the
something
cat's
on
out of the
TV.
bag now.
will
But
be,
now you're just gonna say it on TV.
I'll take home $7,600.
5 more?
And again, up
Yeah,
top,
'cause you didn't put your ante up.
$50,000.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It inspired me to play better, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Lines are 10,000, 20,000, 3K ante.
Who's not
Button
playing well, would you
is
say?
Randy,
Um,
I believe.
probably me. I'm a little drunk.
So folds around.
Everybody's been playing pretty solid.
There hasn't been anything crazy yet. So we'll have to see
Mike.
when we watch it.
I'm sure Randy will get out of line this hand.
Danny's probably doing the craziest stuff
Has
we would
been
never
very,
understand.
hasn't been very active. But he did come into the final table here, 7th in chips, I believe.
80,000.
Matt has King Jack clubs, if those are correct. And
That's a lot of
Carlos
chips, buddy.
has the 10-5 of clubs.
4 big blinds.
So Matt, from what I'm seeing, had just called
Oh,
the
small
big blind,
blind, yeah,
and
bet
then Carlos
80,000.
re-raised him here. So Matt was a small blind. Looks like he made it 80,000, maybe 60,000. I believe 60,000. So it's 40,000 to call for Matt. Carlos does some chip tricks, shuffles a little bit, says, "Hey, you gonna call me?"
Yeah.
It's hard to get reads on players with sunglasses. You can tell a lot from the eyes. I never wear sunglasses, but sometimes it's effective. We have a flop of 9-9-4, only one club.
120.
120.
Matt checks and Carlos leads out. Carlos hits the table as in to say, nice fold. But
You really wanted me to fold
that is
there,
the
Huh?
So you really
power
wanted me to
of
fold there,
being
huh?
aggressive
Why?
and taking control of the pot. He also
Not
had
so much.
position.
Not so much.
I don't know. I feel like if you think about how much is in the pot and how much I bet, it's really not that much.
I didn't think of it like that, yeah. If you're buying.
Yeah.
This is a buying now. Blinds are one buying.
So the button is on Matt, who's just small blind. Tony's first to act. So lay it down. Seth with A7 of clubs. Likes to lay down early position. Probably a very good fold.
Raise 50.
Matt from the button raises it up to 55,000.
Fold.
Still working on the cards here. We apologize. I'm trying to look at the whole cams as well. We also have the whole cam, as you can see, like right, that little black circle right by each player. Those are little GoPro cams that pick up the whole cards. Have a backup for our use, and also just a cool camera shot that the guys can use when they're editing. This time I'm going to look at the whole cards and see what we can pick up here. Oh, somebody has pocket aces. It is. It is Mike in the 3-seat.
Great.
So Mike does have pocket aces, that is for sure.
45.
There's Jack 4 folds. King 6 from Tony.
Call. Call.
And he's gonna make the call. Alright, we're going to flop here.
Heads up,
Tony
check.
and Mike in the flop. Pretty good flop for pocket aces, which is what Mike has. Tony has the King 6, I believe. Tony is stacking chips. Who's first stacked here?
Hold on.
I believe Tony checked, and Mike goes all in. So Tony's not going to be able to call here.
162.
Tony lays it down. Mike adds a pretty good percentage to his chip stack. And we're off to the next hand. Blinds are 10,000, 20,000, 3K ante. Got 20 minutes left in this blind level. I believe there is a break after this level.
Did you get that Icelandic water here?
Yeah, they're $3.
8 players remaining here at Sarasota's One Jack Poker Room in Florida. Blinds are Tony and Seth. First to be active. First act will be Mike.
That's what I've been doing.
Depends on how much of a character you are, so
I
jump on the
looked up and I
table.
saw
Great
Mike.
bonuses.
I think he had
45.
queens.
It's
But
definitely not as good as
it
last
was either
year.
ace king. It was either ace queen or queen. He raised it up to 45,000.
What's the amount?
All down to Carlos. Gives it up. Tony gives it up. Seth has 10-9 offsuit. In the big blind. He's going to defend the big blind. Queen Jack of hearts is what Mike has.
Heads up.
So 10-9 versus Queen Jack. Flop of Ace Jack Trey. So Mike still has the best hand. Can't like the ace. Goes check check. Seth picks up a straight draw here. He's 9-10, so an 8 will give him a straight. I believe he checked, I'm not sure. No, it's got to be on Seth, so he's looking, looks at his chips. Pretty sure Mike's going to call with his middle pair. But that is a pretty good sized bet. So Seth putting the pressure on, utilizing his big chip stack. Just put pressure on Mike. Mike stacks up the 70 and calls. So Seth has some outs. He got 4 outs for an 8. And the turn is a queen, which doesn't improve Seth, but it makes Mike has now 2 pair. So Mike is probably going to value bet this. He gets a check from Seth. He would hate to get check raised here, but he's got to try to get value in case
Nice hand.
Seth has like a naked ace, ace 10, something like that. But Seth lays it down. Mike says all in. Seth lays it down. And that's 2 pots in a row for Mike. I just said he hadn't had much action, and it's 2 in a row, 2 decent sized pots. I think it's been about 30 minutes. Let's check Twitter and see if we got any people tweeting us. Roger Martin hitting us up again. He had just texted me. Now he's tweeting out. Great action. Natasha Mercier, ambassador for Hard Rock, has liked some of our tweets. So she's following Tony March. So he's got a lot of fans in the area. He's a great guy. Does a lot for charity. So check out. I'll throw out his Twitter here. I believe his Twitter is Tony March. Just how it sounds. 999.
How much is it for? 65.
So again, we're working on the whole cards, but till then we'll just get what we can see, and I believe there's a bet out from Mike. Actually, I believe it's on Tony.
Call. How much is that? 50.
That was after the flop, so I apologize. Not quite sure what's happening to this hand. Flop was Jack 5 deuce, 2 spades, Queen of diamonds, gives 2 diamonds out there. Best crew in the world is running around, doing all their checks on the technology, and we'll get it up running again. Just a matter of time.
That's 110.
So it looks like Matt leads out for 110,000, and it's on Tony. Again, not quite sure what hands we have here. And Tony goes all in here.
Much more, isn't it?
Tony pushes out his remaining chips.
That's not what I wanted
Matt
to hear.
has a big decision to make.
364.
364. So Matt is facing a raise of over 250,000, and that is a good percentage of his stack.
Can't wait to see that one on TV.
He's going to take down that monster pot.
You don't know what it is right now?
Queen
I
Jack.
would love to see those old cards. So Matt just took a pretty big hit to his stack. He's looking a little frustrated. He's going to have to settle in and hopefully be patient if he wants to come back from that.
What'd you have,
He wants
Tony?
not to play this first hand
We're all gonna know.
right after
You
that.
sound like Wally.
So
That's why
probably
I hate playing with
a
Wally.
good choice of
I
his
love
pick.
Wally.
What do you
Wally
have? What do
is
you
my
have?
favorite.
What do you have? Wally, if you're watching, we're talking about you.
Tony's selling jokes.
What you have? What you have? Like I'm gonna tell them.
I think it folds around to Seth.
Just make something up so it's good for the camera.
Oh, okay. Pocket deuces.
Oh, nice. Nice bluff.
Raise 45.
Looks like Seth is going to raise it up to 45,000. Jake calls out of the big blind. Looks like we finally got some spectators there on the rail. The velvet red rope. Spectators are always welcome at the final America's Poker Tour final tables. We actually have a packed room here for our $330 last event here, but also the cash games are going pretty strong. So it's better 60,000
Oh.
on the flop, I believe. And Jake gives it. Jake calls. We have to see if we get a flop. There we go. Jack, Jack,
Las
9.
Vegas
There's
shower.
another Jack. Don't have hole cards for you guys again. I apologize. Okay, guess this hand. I think Seth has pocket 8s. That's my guess. Against the ace queen of Jake.
Nice hand, Seth.
You got to show the quads. You have to show the camera the quads. You have to show the camera the quads. It's good for TV.
Do we get, is there a high hand thing?
No.
Especially if you don't show it.
There's a liar thing.
There's a 9 thing.
Yeah, that's a 9 thing, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a 9 thing.
Is a liar thing?
No, 9.
What are you trying to say?
No, you say 9.
Players, if you're in a hand that's after the flop, if you're gonna fold or if you win the hand, can you just please show the hole cards?
I did.
Like no, I mean like again, like
Okay.
Anybody in particular?
because we can't just after the flop.
Just him.
Is anybody doing it a lot? Is it?
Because we're not seeing on the whole graphics on the graphics right now. So it would just help me do a little bit commentary. But
To
if you
show
guys get
after
into,
the
like,
flop
a-
goes, then show your hand again?
After the flop, put it in
Very
a
end.
square.
At the very end, after the hand.
Very end.
Okay.
Oh, after the hand's over?
After the hand is over.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know if I'm going to remember that. Oh, that's right. You can help because you can just push them back.
Whenever they're-
Put them in square. Yeah.
Yeah, on the flop for me.
Raise 42.
Oh.
Big. Chip over here. Against the rail.
Oh,
Move against
thank you.
Call.
Good call, Randy.
Thank you.
Three players. Bet 51.
Oh.
Call. You show the camera real quick.
It's been there.
Underneath.
Oh, you want the camera?
Yeah.
Supposedly in the block.
I think the chip's not
They're saying it's not working, so they want the camera to see it.
Just be careful, like put your hands over them.
Unless you don't want anybody to see it. Right there.
$75.
75.
Apologize for the delay there, everybody. I ran out there and just asked the players to shoulder hole cards at the end of the hand as well, so we can possibly see them until the graphics come out. The break is in 46 minutes. All right, where are we at here? I just sat down. All right, looks like we have action over to Jake. Mike Folds. Jake's gonna win this hand.
The camera.
Yeah. And me. And me.
What?
And me.
He showed those to himself.
I probably overplayed it. I have a pair.
We should all get to see.
Do what? Oh, sure.
Huh? You didn't have anything?
So much, so old. Yeah.
I just had a 2.
On the river, I had a flush and a straight draw on it. I had 2 pair.
You had 2 pair?
Nice hand, Jake.
What 2 pair?
And he's having 3.
Oh my God, no
Well,
way.
I mean, I was
7-3?
I was valued in. Come on. I had $22,000.
That's a fishy story.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
No, I've been sitting and played today. He could easily have had 7-3.
He likes telling stories.
Easily.
He tells a lot of stories.
Delay there.
7-3.
All right, so the action's going to be on Carlos.
If I go all in, do you call?
On
In
the,
the
on
8
the
seat.
On the river?
turn.
River?
River, no.
Folds.
No?
Jeff Folds over to Tony.
You could be slow playing. I did 8.
55.
An 8? There wasn't even an 8 out
He's
there.
going to raise it up.
Are we allowed to swear on camera? Does it get bleeped out?
I prefer it this time.
I don't like the fact that you eventually find out.
Action is over to Seth.
Oh.
And now I'm tilted.
Seth makes the call. Mike Folds over to Jake.
I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for my kids.
Oh, you're doing this for your kids.
Heads the flop. Up to Queen Jack 3. 2 spades.
Man, 55.
Tony bets out 55,000. Seth is contemplating his 3 options, which are raise, call, or fold. Seth wins the award for brightest shirt at the table.
Raise.
Seth makes a raise. Makes it 165. So 110,000 more to Tony.
How did English get done?
He was so short that he had to call off in his big blind with like 2-4 off against Jack 7. He got him.
looking here. These two both have pretty good sized stacks.
I call.
Tony goes all in, and a snap call from Seth.
Wow, what a draw.
And we are going to see. We need the cards.
Let's go, baby. Nice hand. Let's go.
Nice hand, Seth.
Nice hand, Seth. Crazy.
What a cooler flop. Oh my goodness.
Good game.
Tony has been eliminated.
That's disgusting.
And so Tony has set of jacks. And Seth
Tony,
had-
great game.
Nice playing with it,
Hey, if I knew you had it.
Do we do both sides?
I don't even.
Never
Mind. Nice to meet
Let's
you.
do some sort
Really
of
good
draw,
playing
and
with you.
you hit.
Play both sides.
Great playing with
He
you,
said
man.
that's okay.
Nice to meet you, Tony.
That was the cooler. And like,
600 on the
yeah.
draw.
I probably would have done the same, honestly. He's got so many outs.
Yeah.
Like,
Open-ended, flush draw.
Thank you.
Flop? What am I gonna do? Very nice, Seth.
On a draw.
Next time.
How do you do that?
It's like I can see it.
Good. Here comes a good dealer. Hey, you call 600,000 on a draw?
way to ruin the best hand, Bo. Don't even put the cards in the front.
Well, we're not even going to be able to see that. Yeah, I have to skip it.
Yeah.
That was pretty sick.
Someone tried to put in a
What happened?
there was like
Different
a,
card.
I don't know
Different
how that
deck.
happened, but
Oh, that's super nice.
Oh, my God.
what is that from? Is that a new deck? Is that a new deck?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well,
It's a good play. It's not like a show. His cards are stuck in the other fourth class.
Yeah. It's pretty incredible.
cash.
Mm-hmm.
He's not as tight.
Someone try to pull a quick one there.
That was my ace.
Could hardly even tell it was a different deck.
One of mine was green, still, right? I guess they heard me taking a leak earlier.
Very good. Just mine. But the, I don't know how to, but the thing is, yeah, I didn't know what I was. I went in there. There's no paper. I'm yelling and screaming. I use a sock.
That'd be great for TV.
Use a sock.
The blinds up this hand?
Yeah, next
one
hand.
pocket
Next,
eight.
next hand.
No.
Yeah, both hands.
You're gonna see it and you're gonna hate me.
Yeah. At Queen Jack.
Last hand is just 10, 20 level, next game.
I should have raised first instead of limping.
Oh, poor Tony.
I hit that 9 though, like 9 loose or something.
Yeah, he's gonna dream about that one.
No one's going to probably think about that for at least 10 minutes in the car.
Yeah. That's
So
rough.
you made me hit mute so you could tell me about your poop episode?
No, it wasn't that. It was something better than that.
Great.
Lord, that's
Is that allowed?
100,000.
See if I got aces or kings here. Nope.
Scared me out.
You're getting tired of just go all in.
Still on the 300?
Trust me, I'll be all right.
I'll do it with you.
I'm old, but I just keep going. I like the Energizer Bunny.
We did find out what happened on that hand. It was pocket jacks for Tony, and Seth had king 10. So flop with
He wants
queen
one more.
jack X.
Well, I was the one tired.
So a set of jacks for Tony and
You're just drunk.
an opening straight
Not
draw.
tonight.
And we actually have Tony with us right now. Tony, you pushed all in, right? And he called, or did you call? Yeah, so it was 55,000 to 165, so 100 was back to 110 to you. You pushed all in for over 600,000 more.
You're gonna give me something pretty soon. I'm gonna have to raise the shit.
Play it. The percentages there are probably, I'm trying to think of it, it's 8 outs twice, there's probably 20%. But you have the set, yeah. You know what Ridgeway's set too, so it's probably less than 20%.
Raise 65,000.
He hits,
Who's on the draw? I mean, you haven't got 15,000.
it's tough. I mean, Seth's a really good player, but he also play for the win.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the foundation. It's like poker for the foundation. All my enemies, as you know, I ask you, can you make the checkout to pay it back as foundation?
We raise to 143. Players all in.
What do you got, Matt?
I got 600,000.
Do you want to say?
No, that's good. Just a roundabout.
Yeah, it's a bit long.
Okay.
You want to count it?
Yeah, I mean, I said that earlier. I said a big percentage of your winnings go to the charity, and the percentage is 100%. So that is a big percentage. I was right. But you're doing great work. I know you have a lot of fans here in the Tampa area. Everybody's always rooting for you.
Seth, can you
You're
put
also
all
very
those chips
active on
together
Twitter.
just so they look bigger?
So it's Tony Marsh 999. So yeah, check it out, and this is back-to-back final tables, right? I mean, that's very impressive on the main event field. Actually have a lot of great players. There's Rocky, Mason, Carl Mann showed up, Danny Lovato.
586,000.
So you're doing great, and we hope to see you next time.
Okay. See you next year.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it.
Might be ready to make a really bad fold to you here. I don't need to put it on the throw. But I do have a decision. You got me crushed or you got me crushed? It's one or the other.
Am I allowed to touch my phone right here?
All right, so we're back to just me. Apologize to the viewers. Get to listen to just me now again. Still working on the card graphic issue. Try to change out the decks, but had an issue with one of the cards.
Tony, yeah.
So it looks like there's an
He has the
all-in, I
blockers to a
believe,
couple
from
of the
Matt
spades.
in the 6th seat. There might be. There's probably actually prior to that. Jeff is faced with a big decision. He's asking for the chips to get pulled in, I believe. But he's going to go ahead and pull those chips in, make the pot right. And Jeff is going to see what he's faced against, what the all-in is.
How did you know that? 100%. Good read.
Can't quite hear the players. Looks like they're
Pretty scary.
walking back and
Scary
forth.
stuff. How's it on my hand?
Jeff says pretty scary.
All right, Matt. Since we have the home show coming up together.
He says if I fold, will you show? And
What do you show? Happy I didn't do it.
I see it.
I thought he said yes. And then after Jeff folds, he mucks it.
I'm gonna be at that home show too. Okay?
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
So I think he said
Exhibiting in the home show?
you have to see it on 30 minutes, but we might not. I don't know what it was.
It's a big fold.
That was a huge fold. Huge fold.
Matt's telling me it was a good fold, so.
Yeah.
Poker players won wrong. That's right, that's for sure. So that was Tony March. Pay It Backward Foundation. Check it out. We'll put a link.
I really didn't want to play for all of them.
On our website. He's doing great work.
Anything could happen there.
Always a gentleman and a great poker player. Back-to-back final
you'll see it.
tables, which is hard to do. We appreciate Tony stepping in here after taking a pretty bad beat.
I was all ready to call you until you said I have jacks.
Tony walks away in 8th place for $75,000, or $75,000, $7,595.
65.
I wish we were
Raise
giving $75,000 to
65,000.
pay backwards. Maybe next year, Tony. We're down to the final 7 players.
On the button, that doesn't make sense.
I did have a big
I think
hand.
you got me.
I did have a big
hand,
hand.
but not bigger than jacks.
Oh, I've been told that there was also
You'll
a
see it
flush
soon.
draw
Okay.
out there.
I don't even think I want to see it. No. Just tell me we're racing.
Gotcha. So it's King 10 of spades on Queen Jack
I had a
3.
pair.
And I believe there's Jack and 3 of spades. Yeah.
Well, let's
so
just hope you probably would have hit your,
Yeah.
and you would have hit your set. Who knows? At least it's not bothering.
yeah, 9 outs for the spades, minus the Queen of spades, and then the open-ended straight draw is 8 outs minus the spades, obviously. So 6, 14
Just didn't
outs.
say jack.
Twice, as long as the board doesn't pair. It
Yeah,
was
10.
probably 70-30, 68-32. But when Tony tells the story, he's going to say it was just a straight draw.
I didn't show him.
It's alright, it's probably wasn't in a very good hand anyway, right?
But Seth hit, and he's got to be the overwhelming chip leader now. He
Yeah.
came to the table with over $1 million in chips. He
Great.
just won that pot.
I might not have had jacks either.
That
Or no, I
believe
showed.
was
50,000.
$1 million in itself. Actually, it was over $1 million. It
That's
was
a quadruple
1.5
bluff right
million.
there.
So he's the overwhelming
Cash me
chip
out.
leader right now. 7 players left. 7th place is gonna walk away with $9,040, and again, first place. Everybody's going for $57,880.
We raised
As we say that, Seth
150,000.
is going to use that big chip stack to re-raise. Mike folds. Over to Carlos, who folds. And a familiar sight, Seth Templeton stacking chips. Lines are still 10,000, 20,000. I believe. You can go up there. Lines have gone up. They're 12.24 with a 5K ante, 4K ante. 12,000, 24,000 with a 4K ante. Players will play the remainder of this level, probably 30 more minutes or so, before a quick break.
Raised to
Going around to
50,000.
Carlos, who raises it up. Looks like 50,000. Carlos, I'm loving it.
Oh.
It's a call from Raymond Jake.
2 players.
In the big blind, I believe.
Check.
There we go. King, queen, 6, 2 spades.
Bet.
How much?
65,000.
Bets out. There's a check by Jake. Carlos bets out.
On good.
So
This
you
is
have
20.
30 seconds to green chip in your
That's
rest.
a good
Jake folds, and Carlos takes out the pot.
Green, then it's
I
good.
think you're winning every hand you actually play.
I lost one. I had ace
You got
king.
2 greens in there, do you know?
Then he 3-bet, and I folded. No, I had no idea.
Hopefully it's cooled down a little bit.
Which one did
out
you,
there.
which one? What
I
happened?
had
Some
ace
people
king and I
wipe with some
lost.
sweat
and
on their
then
face.
folded to his 3-bet.
It was pretty warm. We opened the doors, turned the AC on as much as we could, but now we have a group of people on the rail all watching. It could add some heat to the situation, but it's always fun to have a nice little rail.
Keep thinking it's 2% 24,000 is hard.
Matt is first to act and lays it down. Another small blind.
Option.
Jake. He elects to make the call.
2 players.
And checks his option. We're going to go to a flop.
Check.
Flop is queen of spades,
Check.
9-9. Two spades. Goes check check. Got the deuce of diamonds.
That's
I call. You know what I need.
40,000. Call.
And he's gonna bet out 40,000. That's called. Jack of diamonds on
Bet
I'm all in.
the river.
80,000.
Really?
All in.
Randy bets 80,000. Jake shoves all in for over 400,000. Has Randy covered? We don't know the whole cards. Yeah, we have a break here in 26 minutes, so we should get it fixed at that point. But
I call.
Call.
I got the second.
and we get a call. We're gonna see the action. Yeah.
Every time you hit queens.
Nothing I can do.
I know it.
Nice hand.
You know what I
Queen
need.
full of 9s.
Flop 3 9s. I gotta go.
Every time you hit queens, you hit a set. Feels like.
There's the flop cam.
Good game, Randy.
Thank
There
you.
we go.
Good game.
All right, so we have a set. Oh, it's over. He's got a set of queens. So flopped a full house.
Not a bad
Make
flop.
sure.
The ladies love you, don't they?
Was I at the table?
I can't remember, but I had
Randy.
Because that
was
same
on.
thing happened to me. I
Randy
had
had,
queen
but,
9 as well. And it came queen 9
Jake
or
had
9
flopped
queen.
the full house. So Randy finishes in 7th place
Congratulations.
for $9,040.
Once saw you play with Tony Stack.
He did great this tournament. He played in a lot of the events here at
Yeah.
Sarasota Kennel Club. One Eye Jack's Poker Room while we were here over the 10 days. It was a pleasure having him. Good job, Randy.
I say.
How you doing?
7th.
We're on to the next hand. Try to see some other cards here. Let's see how this works. Queen Jack. Mike, I believe.
Raised to 55,000.
All in.
There's all in.
Good luck, all in.
Good luck.
All right, so Seth had near the raise, I believe 55,000, and Mike pushes all in. I believe Mike had the Queen Jack. I'm not sure what Seth has.
You're in the long place.
Pretty bold shove
234,000.
from Mike. If he does have the Queen Jack.
Oh, wow.
We have another all-in from Jake.
Oh, my suits are dead too.
Pretty good.
Let's see what happens here. All we know is Mike's all in, Jake's all in.
Are you calling?
Oh, a pocket ace as well. I believe Mike had the pocket tens, and Jake re-raised all in
Something like that.
with pocket aces, and the flop is 4, 5, 8, all spades.
But
There is the ace of spades for both of them. So the queen of clubs, no help,
I didn't want you
2
to
outs,
call.
and
Good luck, guys.
he doesn't
Good
get
game.
there. And
I
Jake is going to
thought
take
maybe
down
you
that
had ace
pot and
something
eliminate
or
Mike
just making a move.
in 6th place.
I mean,
Mike
tens
will
have been
turn.
lucky if they've been hitting.
Finishes in
for me,
6th
so I-
place.
Huh?
Taking home
You got the queen?
$10,850. Nice 5-figure payday for Mike. I didn't get much of a chance to
Yeah, man.
talk with Mike.
God bless, Mike. Good game, guys.
But seems like a great guy, great poker player.
Hi.
Finished
Oh, hi.
in 6th
Nice to meet you.
Oh. $11,000.
Well,
You've got a glitter right under your right eye. Other eye. Your right eye.
Yeah.
Don't call him out. His wife's going to know now.
Yeah. Might be from one of her toys or something.
You see that?
It keeps catching my eye, man. It keeps catching my eye. Was that on purpose or?
Oh yeah,
Just
I put one glitter.
That's
what I
it's
did.
cute, man. It's real cute.
I thought it would help my, my image.
So you wouldn't look so scary.
You look back in my
Yeah,
eyes and I'm
chip
glittering.
From sheep's clothing.
Raised to 55,000.
Queens, aces. What else can a guy get?
4 houses.
We raised 150.
So Seth had raised to 55, and Carlos's big one, I believe. Jake re-raises to 150. Jake's going to leverage these newfound chips.
And a call.
I like seeing us go
Seth makes the call. We're going to go to the flop. Flop is a king, 10, 10, 2 diamonds. Sorry if you're hearing me say numbers, I'm calling out cameras that we one up. Some table talk there. Jake's trying to get some information. Seth is not talking at all. Here goes check, check. 5 of clubs on the turn. Seth checks, it goes check, check again. Back to the river, here we go. So, queen of clubs on the river. So 3 clubs out there, a potential straight draw. I haven't caught anybody's hand quite yet, but from what I can tell, neither player really loves this flop. Seth is going to bet out.
175,000.
I think I saw Jake flash a deuce 4. I thought they were both black. I thought they were clubs, but apparently not. Here's the pot. No, he is not going to show the whole card again.
Wow.
So we'll never know. Seth is setting up chips on both sides of his whole card cams.
How much?
A little alleyway. 5 players remaining here at Sarasota Kennel Club and One Eye Jack's Poker Room. 5th place is going to go home with over $13,000. 1st place, again, close to $58,000. We have Raymond Jake, Seth Templeton, Matt Buckshaw, Carlos Loving, and Jeff Bright. It seems like more than 5. I might have said an extra name. We'll see. Folds around to Carlos, I believe. Game blinds are 12,000, 24,000, 4K ante. And Carlos looks like he's going to raise from the small blind.
Raise to 87,000.
Carlos raises it up, 87,000. And Jake has Jack 10 of hearts. And he's got position. But he did have somebody behind. Let's see here. Oh, no, that was Jeff. That was Jeff who just folded. And now we're back over to Jake.
Call.
I believe it is Jake who has Jack 10 of hearts. Pressure on Carlos's hand.
2 players.
A flop of 987 rainbow. That was his first act. I'm not sure if he had checked yet or not. I was looking at him, so I assume not. He gives it a sigh and then pushes out 150,000 in chips. Jake immediately says all in. And Carlos has the decision. Carlos has already put in over 200. He makes a call.
Nice.
Oh, wow. And Jake flops the straight. Oh, yeah, it was the Jack 10 of hearts. Yep. So 79 was the nuts. And Carlos had pocket aces, and he's going to need heart. Or an ace and fill up, but he doesn't get it. And Carlos goes down with pocket aces.
Can't catch a break today, huh?
And the action has heated up. We were going very slowly there at the beginning, and it seems like every other hand we're losing a player. So Carlos is eliminated in 5th place, taking home 13,260. Carlos is a great guy. Played most of the events here during the 10-day series. We had about 8 events. We just played a lot of cash afterwards, and had a couple of Bud Lights. So we appreciate Carlos coming out, and he's a great player. I'm sure we'll see him again soon. Good job, Carlos.
I'm still going to do business with you and everything.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sorry, I was hoping I was
Jake
ahead.
just snapped that flop. That was.
Yeah.
I thought he had that Jack 10 of hearts, and the flop was 789.
It's gonna look great on TV. I'm gonna have them cut out the hand.
Carlos's first act puts out 150, which is a big percentage of the stack. But the snap all in, it almost looked weak. If he really had the nuts, you'd think he would
Who knows? Maybe he hits a 10. I'm not
just
here.
either smooth call or think about it a while, then say all in. But he immediately says all in. Makes it look like an ace 10, so some sort of draw. But very good hand by Jake, and it would have been hard to get away if you're Carlos in that spot. All right, now we're down to 4 players. Next place out will get 17,115. And so everybody's going for that top place of 58,000.
What do you have?
We don't have chip counts right now. We are having a break here in about 10 minutes, and we will update our chip counts. So we got Jeff on the button, and so it's Jake. Oh, Seth and Jake are going to be in the blinds. Matt's up first. Jeff
to 74,000.
Raises it up, 74,000. Game blinds are 12.24, 3K ante.
Call.
Jake says, okay.
Nope.
Just 50K more. Throws it in.
2 players.
Who doesn't?
Repping the Virginia Tech. Flop of 9-6 deuce. 2 hearts. Jake checks and knocks over some of his chips while he's checking. And Jeff bets out 105,000.
5,000.
Jake's gonna lay down. Jeff show these cards. I didn't quite catch them. So again, we're gonna try to recalibrate the cards. They show us what the whole cards are here over the break. Hopefully, we'll have those for you when we come back. Dealer change. Good job, Vicky. We got Mally coming back in.
My wife sees that on her bill of plate.
That's not his real name. But,
Couldn't just call.
I
It
do
was
know his
either-
real name,
Well, I
but
know,
I'm
you
not
raised
allowed
it
to say
for
it.
him.
I was told.
Must have overthought it. Like I said, I'm just gonna say maybe because you hit sets of tens almost every time, right? So
Right, I was hitting a 10 for sure there. That's part of the reason I shoved.
You guys,
I
you
know
got a
what's
break
coming.
coming up, 9 minutes. Let's give you a heads up.
getting rid of all the yellows then too? Maybe not. Okay.
How many, can you find out how many bigs I have? No, how many bigs I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Under your elbow.
11,
There you go.
12, 13, 18, 19, 20. Around 2 million. Over 2 million. Just and below 2.1. 90-ish?
Come 6 inches this way.
This way?
Body-wise or chip-wise? Body-wise.
This way? There's no camera. No more talking. No more. Just there's no camera. You want me to just show the chips? That's a shoving range, right?
You mean the card?
Yeah.
Just be careful no one sees them.
Just don't even look at them. Okay. It's just awkward as hell, but okay. Right, 84,000.
All right. Missed a couple there. Looks like Jake has made a call. I believe he was a small blind. So who had raised it? Jeff? Either Jeff or Seth who had made the raise. Must have been Seth. So we're back over to Jeff. Jeff, Jake, Seth, and Matt. Final four. So Jeff had made the raise. Flop of ace-9 tray, all diamonds. Checks over to Jeff, who bets out 65,000, and Jake immediately says all in again. Immediately says all in. So now the action's back over to Jeff.
I call. Already got the diamonds?
Wow.
And we have a call. We have a call. And the oh wow, we have a queen 10 of diamonds versus ace 3. So 2 pair against the made flush. Who has the diamonds? The 8 of diamonds. So still an 8 or a 3, or an ace or a 3 would give the ace three, a full house. And the river of 5 of hearts. We'll see which way this pot gets pushed. I'm not quite sure. I think it was Jake who had the made flush. So again, he has the made hand. Before he had the made straight, and he immediately said all in. This time he has the made flush and immediately says all in. And that is going to be it for Jeff.
Good luck, you guys. Yeah, yeah.
Flops 2 pair. He can't catch up. So we have Jeff leaving in 4th place for taking home. He's taking home 17,115, and we're down to the final 3 already.
Yep. Yeah, right. I would even chop. I don't think they want to even chop. If we don't even chop now, I'm not going to even chop later when. I would do a chop, even not even.
I'll do a chop.
You guys want to take a break and look at the numbers, what they would be right now, based on our chip stacks?
But don't we have to play to see who's the champion?
I don't know. Can we pause the tournament and?
Can we make the deal over there?
I mean,
Let's just play for 5 minutes
play
and then we
5
can talk.
minutes, right?
We're going to break
Yeah.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
All right, we'll talk.
4,000 please.
Am I big blind here?
I'm still ahead of me.
I mean, you're running pretty okay right now, so.
All right, so we're back. I got Carlos. I just pulled him off of the rail here. Carlos went out in 5th place. It's tough to see the hand, but we finally saw once they showed it.
Like
He
1.5
had
million.
flopped the nut straights.
I have
how do you think the hand played out?
650, 620. Right,
It was,
with this.
I had aces in the small blind, so obviously you hate being out of position. He limped in. It was 24,000 to call. So I obviously raised and made it 87,000. The big blind folded and he called, and then I have 7, 8, 9 rainbow flop, which is not the best flop for aces, but at this point, having a shallow stack, I have to continue with the hand. I bet he goes all in, and there's too many like pair straight draws and like sometimes like limped over pairs, because he limped like queens multiple times that I saw in the tournament, so he could still have an overpair in this scenario, so I'm obviously calling off. Plus I only had about 300k behind after I bet, which leaves me with no chips. Unfortunately, he flopped nut straight, so I'm out. But it happens.
Yeah. I mean, it was 200 in the pot pre-flop. Then you lead out for 150. So his 150, your 150 plus the 2, that's 5, and you're basically calling 3 to win over $1 million. And like my analysis on it was really like ace 10 or something. Ace 10, he had a draw. He had flopped in the way he said all in so fast. You'd raise 150. Right. He just says all in. I mean, it looks weak. Right. And I don't know if you saw it, but he just did it again. He flops the made flush against a 2 pair of I believe Jeff, and Jeff bets out a pretty good sized bet. He immediately says all in, and he's got the made hand.
Yeah, it's hard when you just like. I feel like you should want value out of these very strong hands, and then he's just like going all in. So, but I already know that about him, so I can't really rule that out. But I know he has.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, it worked out this last time against Jeff. The turn, I mean, Jeff has 2 pairs, so he calls. On the turn, if he would have slow played it, just called, the turn was another diamond, and that would have slowed down Jeff's 2 pair. So it's working for him. They're down to 3. I know they're talking shop right now. But we appreciate you coming out and playing.
No problem.
You did.
Such a good guy. I mean, I hope the best for everybody.
Who's your horse? Who are you going for right now?
I will go for Seth. I've known him the longest. He's a friend of mine. I'm really good friends with his brother. So definitely rooting for Seth the most.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I played a lot with Seth. We played a lot of cash games this week as well. It's been a pleasure, and you've also played a lot of the side events we had. So hopefully we'll be back out here soon, and we'll see you again.
You will see me again. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Carlos. All right, again, that was Carlos Loving, who was in 5th place. And we immediately got our 4th place finisher, too, with Jeff Brights. And now we're down to 3. Here at America's Poker Tour, we a lot of TV shows, TV poker shows, have a stipulation that they can't shop or that they have to do it kind of in private. But we want this to be as player friendly as possible. And shopping is part of tournaments. It's part of minimizing variance and when you're playing for this amount, the prizes get up there, and you don't want to be flipping coins for 10 to 20,000. So we let the players shop if they want to. We try to film the negotiations, and it's always interesting to see. We actually just finished our, not the last event, but the second to last event we had in Chicago. Finished in I believe it was a 2 or 3 weight shop. So I believe we're on break right now. After this end, we're going to get chip counts, updated chip counts, and we'll be back. We're trying to get the whole cards again. Looks like Jake just won another pot, scooping chips, so he's on a little bit of a roll. Seth doesn't look happy, but this break will probably focus everybody up, and we'll come back and finish this out.
That guy on next to you on the right gets left pot.
Yeah. Have you been watching any of it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, on the. You seen the cards?
I played with him all the time on 2-5.
Yeah.
So you have a good hand, just do it. But
Yep.
I mean, I think he's a cheap leader right now.
Right. Matt. Yep. Thanks, man. Hey, do you want to have them put together? Yeah. Hey, can you guys put together what the numbers would look like? Okay. Thanks. We're going to color up some of these CLs help. Yeah, hell yeah. Did you see the one hand when he had the jacks? He showed them. I did have 10s there. Yeah. Fuck. The second he said either I got you crushed or I knew he had jacks.
That guy is running amazing.
Yeah.
Like playing.
Right, I know.
He folded once. You remember the hand that was like 10, jack, like 4 or something? And like Seth made like 20 and 500. Right, how much time did you on this one? He folded ace high flush.
Oh, really? Oh my God. Wow. And what did
He had nothing. He had a pair jack.
Oh, wow.
He went stone cold bluff.
Wow.
You won the satellite or did you win the
Satellite.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a nice little come up, man.
Guaranteed 25.
Yeah. I've never won anything close to that.
Okay,
So.
what's your name?
Matt. What's your name?
Ben.
Ben. Nice to meet you, Ben.
Bro. You don't play here often, do you?
Do I?
Once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. Yep. Like
You
sometimes
live
I play a lot. I live on the island, Anna
Nice.
Maria. Yeah.
I'll fucking crush this or crush
Oh yeah. They're putting numbers together, but I mean I'm so short right now that if it's lopsided, I'm just gonna double up and then.
Well, they both have the same chip. They both have about 2 million, and he has the X back.
I play good shorthand. I'm not gonna take a.
Smaller chop. Except for 4.7 is like. Yeah, he's got 6.
Four.
Tony River to Jack.
Carlos Ace King. That's right.
You would chop four ways?
I don't know.
Yeah? Depends on, you got a lot of chips?
I know what I'll do. Keep skipping forward until I find it. I have like ace 3 suited.
Oh, yeah, Jacks, that's right. Yeah, 5,000 over, so 53.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Three ways, though, not four.
No, oh, this is the hand. No.
Come on, let's chop it.
Do they give the numbers?
Got an approximate?
Seth ain't chopping.
It's too much money.
I don't think Seth's chopping. I want to chop. I would chop. Right here's.
Man, we got it.
He said no already? Yeah.
Said no.
All right. That's fine.
Don't say anything, but he said.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll play it out. What's the worst that could happen? I win 25K?
Off what?
Yeah.
You got 2 kids. That's 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000.
I have kids. That's why I want to chop it.
Top three
You know?
play?
It's 120, 115, I think.
So it's like
Did you get a satellite?
Yes.
From a 240 or a 60?
240.
240? I had a 60, then I got a 240. And I had to sell a 240.
Can't find it. Might have always.
Hey.
So if he doesn't want to chop, I got my whole 30 seconds because I thanks for a minute on that one, kind of just save.
What's that next one?
Oh, we're just doing a color up. Yeah,
What's next one?
They're asking what the ICM chop would be right now. He has 2.4.
What's that? 1.5, 1.82, 2.3, 2.4 million. How do I go to the next? How do I go to the next? 2.4 million, 28,000.
2.4, 28.
They're just asking for the value of the chip for the chop.
So they're gonna chop it?
That's what they want to know what it is right now. All right. Not the even chop based on what the.
Yeah, I won't leave until y'all decide, they decide what.
It took me a second though.
Says no chop right now anyway.
All right.
So they're gonna keep playing, like, just for information.
How much does he have?
531. He's got 2.4.
Are you sure I put the numbers in right? Based on what you wrote down.
97.1. Well, I think it should go this way.
The heck with that, just take all the cash to the car.
I don't think that is the number.
We're getting fine.
I think.
Did those change? What I did was put this number up here because
Yeah, that looks right. I would get $42,275.
because I think you have to put them in order because he had them these two switched. So 2.4, 1.87, 531.
What do you say? Are you?
It depends. Am I at 20, 29 now? I mean, I'll play it for that, you know.
Yep. So
I'll play a little more. What, $5,000, you know? I'll play a little more. That's a big difference, you know. So maybe if I double up or something, you know, then we can talk about it. But
So where do you guys want?
yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm buying equipment too for my company. Yeah. He said I would have 29,000. You guys would have $42,000.
It's like 30. It's like 29,912. It's like 42 and 45.
32,000.
You got 32,000.
No, 29 is what he said.
So right now the payouts are 57,880, 35, 680, and 24,110.
Let me think.
ICM right now is 45,481, 42, 275, and 29.
I'm willing to give up
Well,
some stuff here. I'm willing to give up some money is what I'm trying to say. Make you
he's
guys
saying that
happy.
he'll go even with you, but
Yeah.
I think you gotta say if you're good with this summer
I'm not
or
giving
if
up
you're.
any money.
Okay, let's play it then. That's fine.
I give up 2,000. Oh man.
31,000. I know it is. That's 7.
Just give me give us $2,000.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. We'll split it.
Good deal, man.
Go to Keys or
Good
something.
deal.
Grab the wife, let's go.
Let me think.
So then of the remaining, there'll be a split except he gets more. So even though
This
yours-
guy is like semi-pro. He's a good player.
I know he's a good player.
I mean, pro. I'm sorry. He can play against anybody in the world. He's that good.
250, 450.
Come on.
600,000. He has 2 million, over 2 million.
You were really getting a deal. My guy's on.
32,000. All right, I'll take 32. I mean,
We're gonna play.
that's even for 32. He said he'd give 2 up, so I mean that's.
You gave 2 up to you. I give 2 up to you.
You give 2 up to me.
Yeah, and 2 up to him.
And I get title?
Not if you get the 2 up. Get either or.
I am going to, if I get 2 up and title, I will stop.
What does the title get you? Just point like.
I'm completely
Yeah.
100% fine with playing. Okay?
Yeah.
There's no.
If you
it's
give
just-
me
it's just
two-
more.
Just
If you
okay.
give-
Yeah.
Here's $3,000 worth of whatever that stuff is.
There's no
There isn't?
championship package.
What is it?
So there's nothing. There's no championship package deducted. You get your full and take it one.
Okay, so I would get 44. What?
I'm doing the math.
I'll give you the championship or the $2 grand. You choose.
No, I'll play. I'll play. I'm fine. Listen.
So you want the championship?
So what happens if if you don't give him the champ, nobody gets the championship, or would you?
What